Maybe you have somebody in your life that is really struggling with their mental health and it keeps you up late at night. You're stressed, you're tired, and you're rolling around in bed mentally preparing yourself for that day when you get the worst news. Talkticians, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tatiana. I am a passionate mental health advocate and I teach communication strategies to help you master conflict resolution. So in today's video, I want to talk about some unconventional ways that you can really take care of yourself while you're taking care of other people. Now, this is going to be more than your regular go for a walk, take a bubble bath, go get a massage kind of video. Those kinds of things are excellent for your mental health, but I want to focus on some things that I think will take our healing and our self-care to the next level. The first step in taking radical self care of yourself is a mindset shift. When you are in crisis mode, when you are the strong friend, when you are the support person, you are always putting other people first. It makes sense, it's a part of the role. But I am going to dare you to remind yourself that you need to be taken care of not last, not kind of, but first. When you wake up, when you are the care person, you are making breakfast, scheduling appointments, shuttling your parents or whoever the person is that needs help to all of their appointments. And sometimes to the point where you forget to eat, you forget to shower, you forget to comb your hair, and all of those different things. You can only help people as much as you have helped yourself. So I want us to get into the habit of making sure that we carve out time in our mornings before we go and be Superman or Superwoman to the rest of the world. And just take that time for yourself. Yes, it's going to help you become a better support person, but you need to be taking care of yourself for you because you deserve that because you're a human being. And another tip, I want us to leave some things unfinished. Leave them dishes in the sink. Leave the text unanswered. Leave the laundry in the dryer. That nagging feeling of stress, anxiety, oh my God, I left something in the dryer. Let that pass without you trying to fix it. Now, why do I want you to do this? Because when you're in the role of caregiving, your job is to fix everything, or at least you feel that way. Everything got to be perfect. You got to hold everything together. And living that way can be really, really stressful. So, practicing leaving certain things undone can help us to examine our own habits, examine who we are. Who are we when we're not being productive? Who are we when we are not necessarily meeting all of those expectations? We get the opportunity to unlearn that our value is not connected to how much we do and how well we do it. And then we also get the opportunity to practice the art of letting go, which is so important for your role as a caregiver, especially when you're dealing with somebody in their mental health. That's kind of just life really, but so much of life is actually out of our control. So learning how to do those small things like just leaving something alone, giving yourself a minute to breathe can be really helpful in this process. My third tip is to sit in silence without a goal. I used to think that this meant journaling, meditating, reading books, listening to podcasts. All of those things are amazing, but at the end of it, you're still doing. There's still some kind of goal. You're not actually not doing nothing. For me, with meditation, I consider that to be a very deeply sacred healing act. And even with that, I still found a way to make it so difficult for myself. I had to have the right number of indoor to outdoor meditations. I had to do 3 different types of meditation per week. I had to have 20 minutes of meditation. Listen, without the goal, learn to sit in silence without having to achieve something. Now, why am I having you do this? Like, how is this going to help you on your journey as a support person? Breaks are really necessary when you are in the role to care for people. You're a nurse, you're a social worker, you're a parent, whatever the case may be. It is very easy to fall into compassion fatigue, just absolutely burned out by seeing and dealing with the everyday parts of caregiving. And it is necessary to unplug, and it is necessary to have that moment where somebody doesn't need something from you. Even you don't need something from you in that moment. When you're caring for somebody that is struggling with their mental health, you are always on. You're watching for signs, you're Googling symptoms, you're taking them back and forth to different appointments. You're talking to doctors and you're managing whatever crisis comes up at whatever time. And that can be really, really stressful. Set aside time to honor yourself as a human being. This goes back into that self care piece. Not only do you matter, but you matter first. Okay, so make sure. Put silence as a part of your self care regimen. My next tip, just say you don't know and let that be enough. Sometimes you genuinely don't know the answer. You don't have to be the primary investigator at all moments. I find this to be an act of self care because you get to relieve some of that pressure of being the person that's always on. It's okay not to know. My next tip, self talk. The way that you speak to yourself is very important. I'm not going to go into this too much because I feel like we've all heard this, but I just want to remind us to talk to yourself like like how you would talk to your best friend. The same way you are caring and non-judgmental and supportive and careful in your approach when you talk to your best friend when they're struggling with something, I want you to do that for yourself because you're going to need that. It is a lot of pressure. It can be a lot of pressure supporting someone that is struggling with their mental health. It can feel scary, it can feel overwhelming, and the people around you who maybe they don't have the same responsibilities, they may not be able to understand you. So you being able to understand you being able to validate yourself, you being able to speak kindly to yourself when things are not going the way that you wanted to is going to be very important on this journey. So, self talk, you are your first best friend. Remember that. I know it sounds corny, but it's real. You got to talk to yourself nice. And the last thing that I want to mention today is infusing joy in your day. It can be any of the things that we just talked about. It could be meditation, it could be sitting in silence for those 5 minutes, but whatever that is for you, it could be dancing in the kitchen to your favorite songs, watching your favorite TV show, eating some fun cereal, like put the Raisin Bran down. Do something that makes you smile, that makes you laugh. This is going to be probably the most important, like outside of that mindset shift that I talked about at the beginning of this video, infusing those happy moments are going to be so important. One, because you deserve it, because you are a human being and you deserve to go through this life happy and full of joy and giddy and all of those good things. But it also helps aid you on your journey as that support person. Now, for those of you who heard this list and you're like, Tatiana, like, what is wrong with you, girl? You want me to leave dishes in the sink? You want me to be dancing in the kitchen and eating, Lucky Charms while everything around me is falling apart? Yes, that is exactly what I want you to do. And it's not about not being in touch with reality. When you are a caregiver, you are very in touch with reality. The responsibilities of going to those doctor's appointments, setting those doctor's appointments, being worried about behavioral issues, new medications, pickup, drop off, socialization, safety. You are in it. You are in it. So, where is the balance? Where is the spark of joy? Where is the self care? Where is the mindfulness? Where is the speaking to yourself kindly because you're doing a freaking amazing job? That's all I'm saying. Just a little balance. And if you find yourself wondering what other support is out there for me or for the person that I care about, make sure that you check out my 5 mental health resource video, or it's something like that. I hope that this video was helpful. Y'all already know what I want to do. I want to make sure that I build a community of people that are amazing communicators, that understand and care about mental health and can resolve problems peacefully. So if you happen to be caring for somebody that is struggling with their mental health, let us know in the comments and let us know what kind of things have helped you on your journey. Talkticians, till next time.